Welcome to the Crypto Angel channel. Let's look at XCN and kind of see what's going on. As you can see, this is the XCN chart on Coinbase. It had a massive dump, and I thought it was over. I really did. And then it is now, frankly, going parabolic. I believe from the lows it's up about 50x. We'll have to see about that. We can look at that in a minute. Actually, I can look right now. It is actually crazy what it's done. A 9,000%. So that's like what, 95x? That's actually insane. So obviously the low has been put in. We can guarantee that. At least I hope we can guarantee that. That is an insane chart. This is a monthly time frame. You can see on the monthly time frame on the RSI we are overbought. So let's jump down to the weekly. Monthly has some data, but the weekly is really what I want to look at. So on the weekly time frame, you can see that we are overbought. Your high was almost 5 cents, and at this point you probably need to come down. Super short term, I am looking for a little bit more of a bounce to the upside, but you likely need to come down on the weekly time frame. Maybe not, maybe not. The 3-day time frame though might be trying to flag out right now. It might be trying to flag out, so that would be a good thing. And look how fast the RSI. That looks like it's going to make a higher low, and maybe something like this is happening. So we could be making some kind of bull pennant. Lower highs, higher lows, that is something on the table. If we made a bull pennant and we just consolidated sideways, that would give this a chance to get a move to the upside. Or, I'm sorry, have the RSI reset on the 3-day time frame. If we jump down to the daily time frame, you can see the RSI is already reset. On the daily time frame, you can see the money flow is actually also looking beautiful on the daily time frame as well. So overall, I like what I'm seeing on the daily time frame for XCN, making some kind of bull pennant. Looks likely at this point. And then also RSI has reset. Money flow looks beautiful to me on the daily. So XCN, to me, not financial advice, but it looks like it's going to be a buy. The 12-hour time frame kind of struggling a little bit, but again, lower highs, higher lows, that's what I just said, looked like the most likely scenario on XCN. So going down to the 8-hour time frame, that looks pretty similar to the 12-hour time frame. Nothing juicy. Money flow also looks a little bit bearish on the 8-hour time frame, probably meaning that you could come back down to this low down here at 2 cents, which is still a 50% move to the downside. So it's still very volatile. This is actually one of the more volatile tokens I've seen in the last few weeks. Well, it has to be. It's up 100x in like what, 2 months or maybe a few months. But either way, it's looking better on the super high time frames like the monthly, but the weekly also, weekly and down needs to come down. The 3-day time frame short term needs to come down, but again, the 3-day looks like it's trying to make some kind of a higher low sometime, maybe in 2 weeks. So maybe in 2 weeks you're ready for a move back to the upside here. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that you're already trying to make a higher low. So if we zoom in here, really, it is kind of just chop as of recently, but then again, it was just up at 48, then you came all the way back down to 2. So I wouldn't really say that's chop. On the 4-hour time frame, can you make this a bull pennant? And if you can, but to me, that instead of that being a bull pennant, I hate to say that's a little bit bearish. To me, that's more of a descending triangle, and this looks like it's going to probably get a move back to the bottom of the channel, unfortunately. So just be cautious. To me, this is more of a descending triangle on XCN. I think the macro picture on the 3-day time frame and the monthly and possibly the weekly eventually look good. But right now, I'm not loving what I'm seeing across all time frames. This would take you below the channel. You don't want that. You would want to get a bounce here around 2.3 cents. If you don't, that's a very bad sign, and that would mean that you're not going to end up making that bull pennant that I initially drew. So the 1-hour time frame, it's oversold. Can the 1-hour time frame get you out of here? I think it possibly could. But right now, to me, this is a descending triangle on the 4-hour time frame. So just be cautious. 4-hour time frame on the RSI also does need to keep coming down. So to me, on the 4-hour time frame, it looks bearish. The 1-hour time frame looks a little bit bullish, so it's giving me mixed signals. Again, I don't trade mixed signals. I would just wait for a little more consolidation until we get a better idea of what's going on. The half-hour time frame, you can see that it is oversold and ready for a bounce back to the upside. But overall, right now, it is looking a little bit sketchy. The half-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame look like you could get a move back to the upside. But then you look at the 15-minute time frame, you're getting to the top of the channel, overbought. So I wouldn't take a trade on this if I had to. But if someone put a gun to my head and say, hey, take a trade, I'd probably have to short this on the 4-hour time frame. If I could choose any time frame, I would choose the monthly and just go long on the monthly. But overall, this looks kind of like a short-term correction back to the downside. So let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, it looks like you're going to come back down to around 2 cents. If you go to the measure move all the way down here at 1.1, that would be extremely bearish for XCN. But you have to understand, even if it does go to 1.1 cents, that's much higher than where we just were several months ago. So the macro picture I'm talking about on the monthly time frame looks very good to me. The 4-hour time frame looks like you could minimum get a move back down to this low at 2.3. If you lose that level, you do have support at 1.1, but that would be, we'd have to look at the entire chart if that does happen. So the most likely scenario is you get a retest of this bottom trend line. Hopefully you get a bounce. If you don't get a bounce, again, 1.1 would be the next stop. If you guys enjoyed this video, I appreciate if you hit the like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I post a video or go live. If you guys want to join the Telegram, it is free to join. Link to join is in the description below. And if you guys want to join my trading group where I post Bitcoin setups and sometimes altcoin setups every day of the week, join the link in the description below. That is only $30 a month, and I'm making money over there. If you guys follow my trades, you should be as well. So with that being said, guys, that's all I got. If you guys enjoyed this, appreciate if you do what I just said, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until by the way, I'll be back live. Today is Tuesday. I'll be back live Saturday, 11 p.m. Central Time. So until then, have a great one, and cheers.